We're going to move on to our next presenter, who is Richard Michie. Yes, the other half of Bettakultcha is going to do a presentation, and I know nothing about it. He's kept it secret from me. So it's going to be a surprise to me. Oh, by the way, everyone who presents, who hasn't presented before, gets a Bettakultcha badge. Nicola, did you get yours?
Yes, I got one, yeah.
Excellent. So, that's something to look forward to. Richard's already got one because he invented, the whole bloody concept. So anyway, let's hear it for Richard Michie.
Hello. Okay.
Ready, Richard?
Yes, I'm ready. One thing I can guarantee is that every one of you will die. I know it's a sad thought, but don't worry, it's going to happen. So just let's embrace it. Now, there's a lot of rituals around death. The Egyptians got really good at that. They built these massive tourist attractions that everyone went to. And, I'm dead. And they took all their servants with them. Now, it was nice of them to take along for the journey as well. The Chinese emperors nixed the same idea. They made them less obvious and put them under the ground. This is a really good one. The Hindus have a ritual where when a man dies, his wife gets put on the pyre as well. And just to stop her running away because it got a bit too hot, there's men with pointy sticks who push them back in and say, get back in that pyre. You made that decision. Buddhists, everyone thinks they're lovely, but they invented a thing called sky funeral, which sounds really nice, seems really peaceful, but it's not very at all. Basically, because they believe that your body's just a vessel, and once it's gone and it's no use. In the sky burial ceremony, they basically take your body up to the top of a cliff and see some vultures in. You hit the body with a hammer and basically leave the vultures to eat it all. Any little bits left, they chisel those up and small birds eat those. The Dalai Lama keeps quiet about that. Now, in England, we're a little bit more reserved. Our funerals are more down to a bit of crying, a nice speech, and of course the obligatory curly sandwich. But as funerals have developed, modern culture's put its own little twist on it. So a nice little thing that started happening more is that people now look for their own music, and the reason they do this is because they want to celebrate their life. Now the music can be anything, and there's a fact at a list that some churches can ban. I've been thinking about my own death music, and it really started years ago when I watched the young ones, and this was played. I would really, really love to be buried to the Ace of Spades. Now Mozart's not everyone's idea of funeral music, but to me it kind of shows nice individuality. Lemmy is probably is one of the angriest men you'll ever see, and I can just imagine the casket being taken down the aisle with this blasting out. I'm sure my family would love that. But the reason I really thought about it is because when my nan died, my uncle, the bastard, without asking anyone, chose this. Now I'm sure this is a lovely song, but I hate it. And so did my nanan. My nanan would have liked a bit of Frank Sinatra probably, but she got bleeding Bette Midler. It's just not on. So it's really important that your funeral music means a lasting impression. I still hate my uncle for choosing that, and everyone else does as well. If you see my uncle, just pit him for me. Now the reason that I'm really particular about mine is because I'm a bit of a music fascist. I am very limited to indie jangly stuff, so I'm kind of limited on. But if the people I know when I come to Bury play me shit music, I will haunt them. So Christopher's not for me. However, when my friend's father died, they did play Lady in Red at his funeral, and it did bring a smirk to everyone's face, but it was lovely because Dennis, God bless him, it was his favourite song. He was a lovely man, but had no musical taste whatsoever. Now, as you'd expect, I asked Twitter, what was your favourite funeral songs? And the answers came from the sublime to the ridiculous. So there was Redemption Song by Bob Marley, and then it ranged to all sorts of weird and wonderful things, one of which was Ding Dong, the Witch is Dead, The Long and Winding Road, and a really good one, which is really pertinent but only useful for women, was This Girl Is On Fire. Obviously a cremation, that one. My own choice, as I said, limits to jingly jangly indie music. Now, I love the Stone Roses, but maybe the I Am the Resurrection might be a little bit pushing it for my own funeral, as great as I am. So my choices could also include the Smiths. Victory and Tutu could be good. Meaty's Murder would be good, except the murdered cows behind might be a little bit off-putting for some people. Not for everyone, that one. If I'm going to go the whole hog, I may even go for the end by the doors. But I have a feeling that I might have a few people joining me. Because it's a bit long, and also there's lots of kind of swearing in it as well, which might not appeal to everyone. So my choice is this song, and this is The Boy with the Arab Strap by Belle and Sebastian. It's got a brilliant jangly guitar, there's lots of clapping, there's even a bloody recorder solo, and much Bettakultcha. And anyone who listens to that cannot fail but to laugh and smile and tap the foot. So I'm going to leave you with this. Just what is an Arab strap, and what's that boy doing with it, and why is it so great? I was going to try and play with this, but I can't be bothered, to be honest. You're going to have to just look up The Boy with the Arab strap. I've an idea what it is. I think it might be very, very rude. Thanks.